Hello, this is Mark, Game Director for Coldfortune, and I just wanted to give you an exclusive breakdown of Coldfortune's hand-to-hand combat structure for the game. The footage we're looking at will be from an earlier version of the demo. The game is still in early alpha stages and we've got a long road to go. But enough babble, let's jump into it. From the beginning, for combat I set a major goal. Make the game's mechanics a seamless cinematic experience. This presented a ton of different challenges, but for combat, I knew the game needed a cinematic combat engine. Well, what does that mean? The strategy was to utilize Unreal's cinematic sequencer as player input for combat moves. So I treated every moveset as a cinematic module. This could branch into other modules using the sequencer. Seen here is a basic example of the cinemods being strung together to result in a fight. Each module has a camera or set of cameras that make up that module. For every camera edit, it's a breakpoint where the combat can branch into multiple modules or sequences. Some branches result in knockouts, while others can leave an attacker to escape or even trade items with the player. The combat UI is still a work in progress, but the basic fundamentals are there. Let's talk about Shadow Style, which is the player's martial arts system and part of the character's lore in the game. The more you play combat scenarios, the more familiar you'll become with Deck's movesets and their attributes. We'll find ways to inform the player of this during gameplay, but think of the branches as having different in-game intents. In this more advanced playthrough, we see all 4 modules as starting options, and a variety of skills available in a short time span. This is to help facilitate a sense of confusion and urgency in the scenario. Wind moves are immediately lethal, fire and earth are knockouts with various effects and trade-offs to morale and stamina, and water moves result in non-lethal, non-KO victories, which can open doors for resource trading. Once familiar with these systems, a player can strategize what combat branches they want to make use of. You'll notice in choosing the wind branches right off the bat, the group morale will significantly drop. You'll also notice that choosing fire and messing up and sustaining a tackle drops your stamina. And of course, you can fail at these combat junctions. The idea was to make these scenes feel like a movie, but also organic. Certain branches and sub-branches will be locked at the start of the game. You'll need to explore the environments to find items that will unlock moves for Deck. This includes whole branches, as well as additional moves and/or reversals to moves that an opponent might try on a player. These unlocking items will also help teach the player the combat terminology so they have increasing insight onto the words on screen and what they mean. So as Deck learns things, the player also learns things. Let's look at the water branch fully unlocked. Perfect execution of a defensive shift followed by a balance breaking kick results in a form finish, allowing for trade opportunity. mistime the punch, and the opponent can counter, putting you at a disadvantage with a small opportunity to break the hold. Perform the reversal in good timing, and you can knock out the opponent, but you won't get to trade. In that disadvantage hold, you can miss the reversal, but if you have a secondary reversal unlocked, you can counter on the opponent's counter, restoring your ability to trade. Without that option, failing to reverse your disadvantage would result in a defeat. Doing nothing once you've been placed in a disadvantage will also lead to defeat. Believe me, there's no shortage of brutal ways for deck to die in hand-to-hand combat. Hopefully, the hand-to-hand combat provides the player with a cinematic and unique combat experience that ties into player strategy and ultimately the story at large, and also gives a bit of additional insight into the character and the lore around his history. To find out more and follow along with the game's development, you can join the Discord with the link in the description, which has exclusive content and information, or follow us on Twitter or LinkedIn for general information and updates. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching till the end. Hopefully you'll get involved and play the demo.